One act is required, and that is all. To stand with attention in your heart. This one act pulls everything together and puts everything in order. To stand with attention in your heart. Today's scripture readings speak to us about the importance and the possibility of staying awake, spiritually awake and fully alive. Jesus emphasizes the importance of staying awake in his somewhat disturbing parable of the 10 bridesmaids. Those who are wise in the parable know that the wait for the bridegroom may be long and dark. So they take extra oil with them on the journey and stay alert through the night. But those who are foolish in the story only have the oil in their lamps, and as the time drags on, they become drowsy and fall asleep and allow the oil in their lamps to run out and their light to grow dim. When they finally wake up, the bridegroom has already come, and they find to their horror that they slept through it. They just slept right through the event, and they don't have enough oil to keep going. The kingdom of heaven is like this, Jesus said. Keep awake, therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour. The kingdom of heaven is like this. Life is like this. It comes in the night when you least expect it, like an unexpected shower of stars. It comes in the morning, over breakfast, in a quiet moment of insight. For me, usually requiring a little coffee, but it comes sometimes then. Or on the faces of your children and loved ones. It comes in the afternoon in an unexpected encounter with a neighbor in need, or through news of suffering somewhere on the planet. The kingdom of heaven is like this. You know neither the day nor the hour when it will come. Keep awake, therefore. Keep awake. In today's reading from the Old Testament, Joshua seems to be concerned about this issue for his people. They've been on a long, hard journey together, from slavery through dry desert wilderness toward a promised land flowing with milk and honey. They have survived oppression, experienced loss, endured grief, lost their way and found it again. Now they're about to arrive, and Joshua is worried. In the land where life is easier, maybe even easy, in the settled place where distractions are abundant, will they remember the journey? Will they remember what it felt like when they were finally set free? Will they remember the sense of community they experienced as they faced the challenges of the wilderness together? Most of all, will they remember God? Will they stay aware of the life-giving, sacred presence who sustained them along the way? So Joshua calls the people together. Now, therefore, he says, revere the Holy One and serve God in sincerity and in faithfulness. Put away the gods that your ancestors served beyond the river and in Egypt, and serve God. You have a choice, he continues. And you must choose this day whom you will serve. You can go back to the many small gods of your ancestors when they lived beyond the river in Babylon, or the tiny gods of your former life down in the land of Egypt. Or you can choose the Lord, the Holy One, the divine presence that accompanied us on the long journey. As for me and my household, he said, we will serve the Lord. Joshua is calling his people to awareness. In the new land, the settled place, there will be many distractions and many choices they can make. It will be easy to forget the liberating journey and the holy presence that surrounded them along the way. For us, too, it's important to remember that there is a choice to be made this day and every day as to whom we will serve. The small gods made in our own image, which reinforce our own views and desires. The tiny gods that reflect the grasping of the world around us. Or the life-giving God of liberation who accompanies us along the way. That expansive, loving presence who invites us into greater self-awareness and into sacred communion with our neighbors and with the earth. We can choose each day, or we can let others choose for us, and slowly but surely drift off to sleep. One act is required, and that is all, to stand with attention in your heart.